everyone. So I'm out here in Queretaro, Mexico, Santiago de Queretaro. I've been here a few days, and yeah, this is gonna be my first real walk around the city. I'm gonna go walk down to the river, Rio Queretaro, and follow it down. Couldn't tell you which direction, but head over towards the Queretaro Aquaduct. And always freaky when a car comes to a screeching halt next to you when walking down back roads in Mexico. But yeah, he's just changed his mind and he's gonna drive back in reverse. Anyhow, I'm gonna make my way over to the aqueduct and then walk in through the centro historical area and try to see some of the sights. So let's go have a look. Okay, so I'm down at Avenue Universidad, and that basically follows along the river, which is just behind me. So I'm going to be walking down, following the river, and just getting a sense for the place. It's quite nice. It's got a wide sort of pathway with park-like features. So yeah, it should be a pleasant walk. It's a nice sunny day today, like every day here has been. Yeah, I probably should have left a little bit early because it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so early is probably the warmest part of the day. Yeah, but that's fine. Get out and see what we can see. I'm just stopping for a moment because, one of the reasons why I'm out walking and filming this is because one thing I've noticed when researching where to travel is that a lot of travel vloggers really sugarcoat an area they visit. I think there's this idea that a travel vlog needs to be like marketing to promote an area. And that's good, but at the same time, it was kind of frustrating, researching areas because all you see is the good. You don't really see what it's really like or if there's bad. And, you really got to dig in deep to do your research. So I thought I'd do this walk today and just film it. And if I see bad, I will film it. If I see good, I'll film it. I'll try to point out some of the things that I've researched that I know will be along the way. Just to provide a little bit of information, but for the most part, this is just going to be, my walk, and I really don't know how it will go, but it's going to be as real as it can be. So all that said, one thing I can say that I already recognize that I think is pretty cool is that they've got these bike lanes, or a bike lane, right beside this main road, and it's like none that I've seen before. It's got actually a physical barrier. Like the cyclists are on the same road, but there's quite a wide, probably at least a foot wide by about a foot high concrete barrier that divides the cyclist from the main car traffic, all painted yellow. And yeah, I've never seen that before. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so one thing about Santiago de Queretaro that is pretty cool. It's actually strange because I've never heard of the city before I started researching where I wanted to go. But Queretaro has some really incredible history. So the statue behind me, it's one of the monuments that is a reminder of the effort, the revolution, maybe. I don't know if you'd call it a revolution, but it's a monument about the independence of Mexico. So I don't know a lot of the history. There's a lot that I still have to learn, but from what I understand, this guy is Ignacio Perez, who rode from horseback from Santiago de Queretaro to a town about an hour west of here, San Miguel Grande, which is now known as San Miguel de Allende. What he was doing was he was carrying a message that the Spanish had learned of the plan for revolution, and his efforts ultimately led to the independence of Mexico from Spain back in 1810. So one of the things that I've found a little bit challenging about visiting Querétaro or Mexico in general is that I don't speak Spanish. I'm learning, I'm trying to learn, but you know, if you've ever learned a second or third language, it's it's a challenge. So getting out here and trying to navigate the streets and look for specific things, you know, it's this weird thing where, you know, you might read what you're looking for in Spanish, but to retain those words, because they're foreign and unknown, to then search for them again or to be able to spot them, my brain just doesn't work that way. It doesn't, you know, retain it, or there's something in the brain that identifies those words, and I guess without practicing them, you know, it's not fluent. Okay, so I just discovered something that I'm super excited is here. It's kind of naive of me thinking that they wouldn't have one here in Querétaro. Like, who knows, maybe there's 2 or 3, but I don't know if you can see behind me, so I'll zoom in. Yep, sushi. There is another one. Okay, I've reached what's this? Boulevard Bernardo, and yeah, this is where I turn right. I think that's north, might be south, but where I turn right to head towards the aqueduct. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I can see the aqueduct up ahead pretty clearly. It's a big structure. I don't know if the camera will pick it up right now. I also just checked the weather because yeah, it's hot, and surprisingly it's only 24 degrees Celsius, but I guess, you know, it's dry heat, and yeah, it's quite intense feeling. So yeah, I'm gonna need to get a drink somewhere. Okay, so yeah, I'm sure you can see behind me is the Queretaro Aquaduct, and yeah, it's a huge structure built back in 1736. It's 75 feet tall and 4,200 feet long. It's amazing, my memory. I wonder how I can remember all this history so fast. Yeah, Aqueduct's pretty incredible, but to be honest, right now I feel like I'm in one of those old westerns, you know, wandering through the heart of Mexico, thirsty. There's got to be somewhere to get a drink. And then there it was. Okay, so just for a little bit of information, knowledge sharing, had no choice but to come in here and purchase cerveza. So the price of this beer was 65 Mexican pesos, $4 Canadian. It's worth it. Okay, so that hit the spot, no longer thirsty. So what I'm gonna do is follow the aqueduct a little bit and then I'm gonna head in towards the historical center of the city. Okay, so I've just walked up the hill here and there's really quite an incredible view of the aqueduct and a part of the city, whatever direction this is facing. Yeah, definitely worth having a look. So. I'm outside this wall here and there's obviously a big hole through the center and a plaque beside it. And the plaque reads, "The Republican troops entered this way in the early morning of May 15th, 1867, thus ending the siege of the city." So what this is all about is it's the end of the Second French Intervention, which is a historical moment in the history of Mexico. So I'm just walking along the side here of Templo de la Cruz, and it's probably one of the most historic sites here in Querétaro, and it's considered to be one of the most important historical sites and like the foundation of the city itself. Let's have a look inside. yeah, pretty incredible place. You know, I just had to look at my notes. I can't remember all of this, of course, but this building dates back to 1531, so to give you some idea of the age. And yeah, quite an amazing structure. You know, whether you are religious or spiritual or otherwise, yeah, it's something else. Okay, so yeah, I've been walking for a while, and really I'm just in the heart of El Centro right now. There's a lot more that I could show, a lot more we could see, but I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. And yeah, hope you liked the little walking tour of Santiago de Queretaro. Santiago de Queretaro. Obviously I have to work on my Spanish a lot more, but yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching.